The Dallas Cowboys and franchise-tagged defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence agreed to a 5-year contract worth $105 million with $65 million guaranteed, multiple media outlets reported Friday. File photo, November 29, 2018, Arlington, Texas, USA. Dallas Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, 90, on the bench with defensive coordinator Rod Marinelli in the fourth quarter against the New Orleans Saints at it. Mandatory credit, Matthew Emmons-USA Today SportsLawrence's deal reportedly will pay him more money in the first year, $31.1 million, than any non-quarterback contract in NFL history, breaking the mark set by Khalil Mack last fall. According to the MMQB, the deal also sets new benchmarks among defensive players in percentage of total and full guarantees on a long-term contract. Mack, the NFL's highest-paid defender at $23.5 million annually, received $90 million guaranteed for injury and $60 million fully guaranteed at signing. Earlier Friday, NFL Network reported Lawrence and the Cowboys were making progress after negotiations were at an impasse last week. He may or may not be on the trading block, but Arizona Cardinals quarterback Josh Rosen is planning to report for duty when the team's strength and conditioning program begins on Monday, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. According to Schefter's sources, the Cardinals have not actively shopped around Rosen with any teams ahead of the NFL draft that begins April 25, though they have been approached. Speculation around the league is that the Cardinals will take Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray with the first overall pick. The Cleveland Browns signed quarterback Garrett Gilbert and safety Morgan Burnett, who was released by the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday. Gilbert became available when the Alliance of American Football suspended operations earlier this week. The former sixth-round pick of the Los Angeles Rams had led the AAF with 2,152 passing yards and 13 touchdowns this season, playing for the Orlando Apollos. Burnett is expected to play safety after serving primarily as a dime linebacker for Pittsburgh last season. A day after getting released by the Oakland Raiders, wideout Seth Roberts agreed to sign with the Baltimore Ravens on a 1-year deal. Roberts, 28, was set to make $4.45 million this season with the Raiders. He caught 45 passes for 494 yards and 2 touchdowns in 15 games last season, 7 starts. Ravens also worked out former Packers and Seahawks running back Eddie Lacy, who was out of the league in 2018, according to Pro Football Talk. The Raiders signed unrestricted free agent safety Jordan Richards. Richards played in 15 games, making a career-high 12 starts, for the Atlanta Falcons last season. He set a career high with 37 tackles. Oakland also signed defensive end Alex Barrett, who had 2 sacks for the San Diego Fleet in the AAF. Minnesota Vikings cornerback Holton Hill has been suspended 4 games for violating the NFL policy on performance-enhancing substances. Hill, 22, had 36 tackles and 1 interception in 16 games, 3 starts last season as an undrafted rookie. He reportedly failed a drug test at the 2018 NFL Combine and at least 1 drug test as a college player at Texas. The Vikings also signed 2 defensive backs from the AAF, safety Darren Smith and cornerback Duke Thomas of the San Antonio Commanders. The San Francisco 49ers signed former AAF defensive end Demontre Moore to a 1-year deal. Moore had 7 sacks while starring for the San Diego Fleet, a half-sack back of the league lead. Moore, 26, has 10 career sacks in 54 games over parts of 6 NFL seasons. Former Arizona Hotshots running back Gerald Presley is facing a 2-game suspension by the NFL for a pending issue, according to an NFL Network report. The report added Presley is scheduled for workouts next week with 2 unnamed teams. Presley led the AAF in rushing, with 96 carries for 431 yards and 1 touchdown. Chicago Bears will work out former AAF kickers Younghoe Koo and Nick Rose on Wednesday, according to the Chicago Tribune. Per the report, a 3rd kicker could join the workout. Koo and Rose each went 14 of 14 on field goal attempts with the AAF, although all of Koo's attempts were from 38 yards or closer. Rose hit one from 54 yards and another from 50. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed former AAF teammates J.C. Hassanauer and Jack Tocho. Hassanauer played center for the Birmingham Iron, while Tocho was a defensive back on the same squad, notching 6 pass breakups and an interception. The Carolina Panthers signed former AAF offensive lineman Parker Collins and Kid O'Brien. Collins played center for the Atlanta Legends, while O'Brien was a guard for the Iron. The Indianapolis Colts resigned offensive tackle Jamarcus Webb. The 31-year-old missed most of last season after sustaining a hamstring injury in the season opener. The New York Jets claimed wideout return specialist Quadri Henderson off waivers from the Giants. Henderson, 22, returned 9 punts for 68 yards, 7.6-yard average, and 5 kickoffs for 112 yards, 22.4 average, in 5 games last season. He did not catch a pass. Field Level Media.